Fair and equal lending. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act was enacted in 1974. The purpose of ECOA is to ensure that consumers, business, and persons are given an equal chance to obtain credit. This act applies to creditors who regularly extends, renews, or continues credit, regularly arranges for a credit extension, renewal, or continuation, as an assignee of an original creditor participates in the decision to extend, renew, or continue credit. Unlawful discrimination. It is unlawful for a creditor to discriminate against an individual who is applying for credit. You cannot decline an applicant on the basis of race, color, religion, national origin, sex or marital status, or age, because all or part of his income derives from a public assistance program, because he has in good faith exercised any right under the Consumer Credit Protection Act. The following are also prohibited. Consideration cannot be given to the race of people in the neighborhood where the applicant wants to buy, refinance, or improve a house with borrowed money. Income of an applicant or spouse cannot be discounted or excluded from consideration on a prohibited basis or because it is derived from part-time employment or is an annuity, pension, or other retirement benefit. However, the amount and probable continuance of income can be considered in evaluating an applicant's creditworthiness. To avoid being guilty of discriminating against an applicant based on sex or marital status, the following should be avoided. Asking if the applicants are divorced or widowed, but they may ask if the applicants are married, unmarried, or separated. Inquiring about their plans or expectations of having children, their childbearing capabilities, or birth control practices, or assume a woman of childbearing age will stop working to raise children. Discounting income because of the sex or marital status of the applicant. Combining accounts to determine permissible finance charges or legal loan ceilings when married applicants voluntarily apply for and obtain individual accounts with the same creditor. Asking about their marital status if they are applying for a separate unsecured account unless they live in a community property state or they are using the spouse's income to determine creditworthiness for a joint account or a loan secured by property. Requesting information of an applicant about a spouse or former spouse who was not a co-applicant allowed to use the account or relied on for income or alimony or child support unless they reside in a community property state. Asking if they receive alimony, child support, or separate maintenance payments not needed in order to get credit unless they are first told that they do not have to provide this information. Requiring the signature of a spouse or other non-applicant on a credit instrument if the applicant qualifies for the credit alone under the lender's standards of creditworthiness, unless the signature is necessary under state law to make the property being offered as security available to satisfy the debt in the event of a default. However, a creditor is allowed to inquire about marital status, residence, or immigration status in order to determine its rights and remedies in providing that credit, but not for purposes of discriminating in a determination of creditworthiness. Inquire about the applicant's age or whether his income derives from any public assistance program in order to determine the amount and probable continuance of income levels, credit history, or other pertinent elements of creditworthiness. Use a demonstrably and statistically sound credit system which considers age so long as it does not assign the age of an elderly applicant a negative factor or value. Consider age and/or receipt of public assistance for the purpose of determining a pertinent element of creditworthiness, such as the amount and probable continuance of the income levels. Inquire about or consider the age of an applicant who is 62 or older if his age will be used in his favor, is used to determine the meaning of other factors important to creditworthiness,
is used in a valid scoring system that favors applicants age 62 and older.